and welcome to today's video. So you can probably tell by today's title that I have got some huge news to share with you. So I thought I would just do this in a get ready with me style. So grab a cup of tea, grab a cup of coffee, sit down and I will explain everything. So first product up is this Lise Wottier Illuminating Primer, and yeah, so the title is not clickbait. Tim and I are moving to another country, which is very exciting, and now that our obviously family and friends and our workplaces know, I can obviously sit down and tell all you guys. And then I'm just using this Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-hour foundation. This is in the shade Ivory. So this is something we've had kind of going on in the background, in the pipeline for quite some time. I mean, cast your mind back to summer of 2020. That's kind of how long we're talking. So back in, yeah, I think it must have been maybe around July 2020, I actually applied for university to study teaching, obviously with the aim to become a teacher, and I got in. I was offered a place. We got to the point where we were just about to apply for our visas, like the flat was on the market, we actually had a buyer and everything, and then we were due to go, obviously all being well, kind of this time last year. And then I'm just using this Jeffree Star Magic Star concealer. This is the pale yellow concealer. So yeah, as I was saying, we were due to go this time last year. We had told our immediate family, we told a few close friends that we were going and what we were kind of doing and everything, and this was in the anticipation obviously that the borders would open and that we would be able to get there for the start of the academic year. But as time went on, I think we maybe got to around the October of 2020, and there really were no signs that the borders were going to open. There was no news, everything was still very uncertain, and we made the decision to withdraw my place from the course and to just kind of park the idea of moving to Australia, kind of putting it on the back burner, because, you know, we'd paid the deposit, we'd done quite a lot of stuff, but ultimately didn't know when it was going to happen because there was just no news about the borders. So naturally we were obviously quite disappointed. We'd done a lot of work, we'd told our families, which probably was like the hardest conversation to have, like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm going to become a teacher, but yeah, I'm actually going to go to university on the other side of the world, was quite a difficult conversation to have. Powder, I've just got this Banana Light powder from Revolution. So yeah, we were obviously just carrying on as normal, just carrying on at work, carrying on being here, and just making the most of kind of last year. I mean, there obviously were some good points about not going last year. We've obviously been able to save a bit more money. I was able to be here, you know, in the country when everything happened with my brother, and, you know, a few other things, of course, like more time with our other members of our family. But it was always kind of in our minds that this is what we wanted to do. I wanted to do teacher training. I wanted to do it in Australia for a number of reasons, and we just kept on thinking about it, and there'd still been no news about the borders, and Australia was like, well, they've just been like a fortress for the last couple of years, and, you know, no one's been getting in, and it's just been a kind of a long waiting game. So fast forward to December of 2021. So we're talking a year and a bit since I originally withdrew from my course, and there was some news. And then for my brows, I'm using this Makeup Obsession So Fine brow pencil, and I'm also using this MUA Makeup Academy Brow Define Tinted Brow Mascara, and these are both actually in the shades dark brown. We got to December 2021, so literally last month, and Australia announced that they were going to be opening their borders on the 1st of December to certain like visa holders. So like student visa holders, you no longer needed like a travel exemption, like you would be allowed in. So yeah, they were due to open on the 1st of December, and then it was pushed back till the 15th of December. And we were just thinking like, you know, they've not been open at all. Are they actually going to open on the 15th of December? Like, they've had such a like rigid stance about everything over the last couple of years. Just really actually couldn't see it happening. But anyway, the 15th of December came and the borders opened. So we thought, oh God, we're going to have to, you know, get our butts into gear and get some stuff sorted. So with that news, I then reapplied for the university that I had got into, you know, over a year previous, and the applications for, I don't know if it's all universities or all courses in Australia, whether it's just teaching, but there's quite a lot of paperwork you have to do. There's like your initial application, and then I had to do a couple of like essays about why I thought I'd be a good teacher and, you know, what teaching kind of meant to me. And then I had to do like another series of questionnaires, basically just to ascertain whether they feel you would be a suitable teacher or not. So I actually heard back from the university quite quickly. I think maybe because I had applied previously, they also had a lot of my details on file, and the fact that I kind of got in before. Obviously I wasn't like 100% confident that I would again, but it obviously was in my mind that, you know, I've done this once, hopefully I can do this again. And then bronzer, I'm just using this Hoola bronzer from Benefit. So I did hear back, and obviously wouldn't be sat here if I didn't get in, but I got in, and the stipulations were last time is that I had to do some like extra science modules before I started my actual teaching course, because in Australia you have to have like 2 teaching areas. So my bachelor's degree is in psychology, which is my first teaching area, and then I just need to do some like top up science modules to almost like have enough science knowledge to have that as a teaching area as well, that obviously I will be able to teach out once I qualify. So yeah, I have to start off the first semester doing 4 different science modules, and then in semester 2, which starts in July, that's when I start my actual teaching course, and that will be the accelerated pathway, because I'll have to do like the 2-year course in 18 months, which I don't mind. I mean, I did my degree part-time whilst working, all like online and everything, so I know that I'm kind of quite self-motivated, and if I need to get stuff done, then I will get stuff done. And then I'm just using this Benefit Dandelion face powder just for my blush. So yes, my teaching areas will be psychology and science once I am done with everything, and the age groups I will be qualified in is secondary. So I think it's from like the ages of like 13 up until 18. So like GCSE and A-level kinds of ages, which I'm really, really excited about. And I feel like it just is something, it's something that I've thought about doing for a while, and just wanting to put my degree to some actual use. I mean, I did my degree some years ago now, and you know, like it's like you just get stuck in a routine, you just get stuck in a certain way. But I think we've had this on the cards for a while, and it's something that I have really, really wanted to do. And then highlight, I've just got the Jeffree Star Cavity palette, and I'm going to be using this one here, Icing IV. But I feel like it's really hard to like talk about all this stuff because I'm trying to like there's so much to get out, and I'm trying to talk about it in like a really logical way that will make sense. So yeah, found out I got onto the course. There's loads of stuff you then have to do, obviously like pay deposits, have to get like overseas house cover, have to get loads of other stuff to then apply for the visa. So this is where the next like drama came in. So we applied for our visas on, I think maybe the 7th or 8th of January. Now bearing in mind the course actually starts on the 28th of February, with orientation being the 21st of February. Didn't really give them a lot of time to process it, and they give you like some rough time scales, like, oh, 25% of visas will take 12 days and 50% will take 20 days and 75% will take like 40 days, and it was like cutting it very, very fine. I mean, the visa itself was a lot of paperwork, a lot of documents, just a lot of kind of information gathering, form filling. One bit actually that's really funny on it is that you have to put the last, like your last 10 years travel history. And like, if anyone knows Tim and I, we have been on a lot of holidays over the last 10 years. So that in itself took a while to like get it all typed out. Now onto my eyes, and I have got my trusty Beauty Bay eye base in base 2. So yes, we had applied for the visa, and then there was just like a few other things we were like waiting to find out about. So at the time of us, I think, applying for our visas, some states in Australia were like fully open. I don't think I've actually said yet, but the university that I'm going to is the University of the Sunshine Coast, which is in Queensland. It's about an hour north of Brisbane. As the name suggests, it's on the coast. So Queensland was one of the states that, although you could obviously travel there, it wasn't like fully open. So this made like our visa timescales even tighter, that we were going to have to land somewhere else in Australia, spend 2 weeks there before then being able to travel like domestically to Queensland, and not having to, you know, sit in a hotel for 14 days and not be able to leave. So yeah, we were waiting for the visas, waiting for more news about the borders, and it was just, I don't know, I think it's horrible. You're just like sat there waiting, and there's nothing you can do to speed anything up or to change an outcome, or, you know, there's just so much stuff that's just out of your control, and it's a bit like, oh gosh, time's ticking away. We need this stuff to happen quickly because we just haven't got a lot of time left for it to happen. Oh, and then for my eyes, I'm just using my Colourpop Garden Variety palette. So I think it was maybe like a week ago that I'm filming this, or a week and a half ago, maybe like a couple of weeks prior to when you see this, we found out that Queensland were changing their rules and you could just turn up. You didn't have to spend, you know, 2 weeks elsewhere in Australia or 2 weeks in a hotel, which was the first fantastic bit of news. And we preemptively booked our flights knowing that A, we could get a flexible ticket, and B, prices were going up because obviously I'm assuming there were other people that were like waiting for the same kind of news. So preemptively booked our flights for the 15th of February, which was not long away and is even less time away now. And yeah, we were just waiting to hear about the visa. So last weekend we were in Reading, so that was weekend of the like 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and we woke up Saturday morning the 22nd with an email from immigration to say that our visas had been granted, which was such a relief. Really wasn't expecting to hear back on a Saturday, obviously, especially given like the time difference and everything. And I just thought, well, I haven't heard, you know, anything on Friday. At best, we're not going to hear anything till, you know, after the weekend. So they took just over 2 weeks to come through, which is absolutely amazing. And it just means that we can now go, you know, when we've booked our flights for. So obviously this is like such amazing news. And then on the Monday, we actually both informed our workplaces of what was going on and that we would be leaving. So I think it was a bit of a shock to them, and obviously like I didn't want it to be so last minute, but didn't really have a lot of choice because say we were waiting for the visas to come through and we didn't want to like hand our notices in until we knew for definite that they had come through. So thought, great, we've got the flights sorted, we have got the visas sorted, I've got my place at uni, we have got like basically everything sorted. So that took us to our next dilemma, which was trying to find somewhere to live when we are there. So we'd applied for like all the student accommodation there, we'd applied for like loads of apartments and just like wasn't hearing back, and the ones we did hear back from were like, no, we've gone with someone else. And don't get me wrong, I don't blame them, because there's probably people actually like onshore that are there that are going to be like more desirable candidates than us. So just kept applying for loads, and it was actually the weekend we were in Reading that we thought, well, if we just book a few hostels when we get there, you know, if we've got 10 days in a hostel, it just gives us more time to sort something out when we're there. We might have to do like a house share, or, you know, we'll get something sorted, but more or less we'll do it when we get there. And we just thought we would be more rentable too if we're actually on shore. So again, had kind of given up hope of that and getting anywhere to stay before we went. And I'd been like exchanging a few emails back and forth with this one company, and it was like a bit slow, and they were like, oh, can you sign a 12-month lease? And we were like, absolutely. And then didn't hear anything, and they were looking at like other applications from other candidates as well and everything. So I obviously updated them to say that we had our visas and like what dates we were arriving in Australia, which I thought hopefully will make us a bit more like viable candidates. So woke up, I think a couple of days ago now that I'm filming this, with the news that our application had been successful and we had somewhere to live. So I said to Tim that I like wasn't like worried. Oh, we'll get it sorted when we're there. And we'd booked, you know, we booked a hostel in Brisbane, which is where we're landing, for like 3 nights, and then we were planning on traveling up to Sunshine Coast and then having a week in a hostel whilst we tried to find somewhere there. And I'm like so glad that we've just got somewhere sorted now. We can arrive in Brisbane, we've got a night there, and then we're making our way like an hour north up to the uni, and yeah, we've got our little like apartment there. So the complex itself is really, really, really nice and just absolutely ideal. So the complex itself has 2 swimming pools, it's got like tennis courts, beach volleyball courts, I think it's got like a gym, it's got like loads and loads of facilities, and it's like a gated community, so I feel like it's going to be like nice and safe and everything. And as well, what's handy is like with the rent, like all your bills and stuff are included, which is just like one less thing to worry about. Like you just pay one person one amount of money every however often, and then you're just sorted. You haven't got to be worrying about doing anything or like setting up utilities and everything. So yes, I am very, very, very excited, and again, I feel like there's like 20,000 things I could like say about this that are just really exciting. I won't lie, it's been a lot of work, a lot of stress, a lot of stuff to do, and we haven't really been able to like tell anyone. So you feel like you're stressed and you're doing loads, but like at the same time, like, yeah, you can't just tell anyone because no one really knew what we were doing, and we were trying to keep it not like a secret, but more like if it doesn't happen, then we haven't like told the world, and then it like doesn't happen type thing. So yeah, I am really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to my course. I think it's going to be really, really fun, and obviously like a lot of work, but I'm really, really excited for it. The uni looks absolutely amazing. The location is just wow. We're literally like a 10-minute bus ride to the beach, like all like things we could need, you know what I mean, like shops and bars and restaurants and like cinema and everything. And where we're living is literally like a 5-10 minute walk to uni. We've got supermarkets nearby, we've just got loads of nice parks and open space, and we've got the rainforest, we've got the mountains, like we've literally got everything. If you don't know where Sunshine Coast is, then I definitely recommend googling it, and you'll be able to see just like everything that's around. We've got Australia Zoo near us, just loads of really gorgeous places, you know, along the coast. We're only like an hour from Brisbane, so if we did want to go into like the big city, we could. And I'm just can't wait to be like in the sun, in the warmth, and just like loving life. And then I'm just using my Primark eyeliner pencil, black eyeliner pencil. Maybe I should have gone for a white really, but I've committed now. And yeah, so whilst I obviously will be studying full-time for the next 2 years, so it's like the 6 months or like the semester of the science modules and then the 18 months of teaching, and I'll be doing like placements out at different schools and stuff, and just, yeah, I can't wait to just be there and spend that time there. So you may be thinking, well, what are you going to do with your YouTube channel? So the plan is that I am going to keep uploading. I'm going to be going back to doing 2 uploads a week. So I'm going to go back to doing a Wednesday and a Sunday, because at the moment I'm doing 4 videos a week, which is doable. But obviously when I'm studying and like, I don't know, I might get like a part-time job or something, I'm just not going to have time, obviously, to make, well, to plan, make, edit and upload 4 videos a week. So the plan is from that is that there will be 1 like makeup, beauty, that kind of video a week like there was before, and then there'll be a more like vloggy video for the other one. So I'm definitely gonna vlog like everything about uni life. I'm gonna vlog where we're living and what we're doing. So if there's any like moving content that you want, or if there's any like university content that you want, then, or any other content that you want, then definitely let me know. But I'm so excited to get there. One of the things actually really random is that there's wild kangaroos that live on campus, so no doubt they'll probably feature in the vlogs at some point. And yeah, I just can't wait to be there, just to show you everything, to get to university, and yeah, just do something that I've always wanted to do. And I just finally feel like so happy that, I say like our dreams coming true, that sounds a bit like lame, doesn't it? But I think because we've had this like in the back of our minds for so long now, and just been thinking about it, and basically just at the mercy of the borders for the last like 500 days, the fact that it's finally happening now, I just can't wait. I don't think I said, but I'm just using this Colourpop Act Natural mascara. And then for my lipstick, my favourite lipstick at the moment actually, this Revlon one in the shade Rose Wine. So there's probably like loads of stuff that I have forgotten to say in this video, but if you do have any questions, then you can let me know in the comments below, or you can go over and ask me on Instagram. It's Brodie_DB. I will of course be more than happy to answer like any questions or anything that you have, anything you want to know or anything I've missed. Then yeah, I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Well, that is my makeup all done, and I hope that you have found my ramblings for the last goodness knows how long interesting. But yeah, basically the crux of it is that we're moving to Australia for 2 years for me to study to become a teacher, and then who knows after that. So yeah, very exciting, very, I suppose, scary at the same time. So yeah, as I said, if there's anything you want to know, leave me a comment below, head over to my Instagram. If there's any content you want to see whilst I'm out there, because I will still be uploading, it'll just be twice a week rather than 4 times a week, then let me know. But yeah, prepare yourself for incoming like beach footage, rainforest footage, uni stuff and house tours and all of that. But I'm really excited with that side of things as well, because I feel like I've kept this like a secret for the longest time, and now to be able to just share it and talk about it, and hopefully yeah, just to share the journey, everything with everyone, it just makes me feel like a lot better. But thank you so much for watching this very chatty, probably very long get ready with me. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please do give the video a big thumbs up, leave me a comment, and if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you again in my next video.